Namaste. It is now 4 months since Heramba Veer was born. This month he has mastered rolling from front to back and back to front, which he loves to do over and over again. But this video is about his Nishkraman Sanskar, which we conducted this month. This is the 6th Sanskar of the 16 that an individual is recommended to do in their life. I'll tell you about that in a moment. I'll also reflect on the rituals of the Sanskar to explain how Hinduism reveres so many different manifestations of the one same formless Brahman. From Surya Dev to Chandra Dev, and from Bhagwan Ganesh to Bhagwan Heramba. But before I get to that, can I please ask you to like this video and critically please subscribe to my channel and ring the bell icon. This is really important because so many Hindu channels such as mine are facing censorship. Dhanyavad. Nishkraman Sanskar is carried out in the 4th month of a baby's life. The aim of this Sanskar is to seek blessings of safety, good health and long life for the baby as he or she leaves the house and faces the elements of the outside world for the first time. In today's world, there are various hospital and doctor's appointments that babies attend in the first few months of life. Therefore, Heramba has actually been outside the house many times before we carried out this Sanskar. We did try to minimize his outings as much as possible, particularly in the first 40 days of his life, which is strongly recommended by Hindu culture. This initial confinement period is for the benefit of the mother as well as the baby, as she must recover from the pregnancy and labour. It also helps mother and baby to develop a strong bond. It worked wonders for us. Fortunately, the first few months of Heramba's life have been temperate UK summer months. Had he been born at a different time of year or in another part of the world, the elements could have been much harsher. That is why in Hinduism it is recommended that babies do not leave the home until the 4th month of life, when they have the strength to face harsh elements such as cold winds, snow, monsoon or baking temperatures, and of course diseases. We began the day of the Nishkraman Sanskar by creating the ancient auspicious swastik from earth. I then scattered grains of rice on the swastik and we listened to the Surya mantra while basking Heramba in Surya Dev's rays. That night we basked him in the glow of Chandra Dev while we chanted to Chandra mantra. Om Shram Shrim Shrum Saha Chandramase Namaha. Om Shram Shrim Shrum Saha Chandramase Namaha. The aim of these rituals is to pray for the boon of vitality from the sun, who gives life, and of the moon, who governs the mood. It also generates a feeling of respect in the baby for these natural powers as well as for the Panchabhuta, or 5 elements generally: earth, water, space, air and fire. In between seeking the blessings of Surya Dev in the morning and Chandra Dev at night, we took Heramba to Sri Siddhi Vinayaka Mandir in London. Vinayak is another name for Bhagwan Ganesh, you see. So we felt this would be the perfect mandir to take Bal Heramba to. Ganesh Puran describes 32 different forms of Bhagwan Ganesh. Heramba Ganapati is the 11th of these forms. He is a 5-faced protector who rides a lion and carries an axe, hammer, noose, beads, broken tusk, garland, fruit, and modicum in 8 of his 10 hands. While at the Mandir, The Panditji sought the blessings of Vinayak for little Heramba. In fact, the mantra the Panditji was reciting for the puja had Heramba along with other forms of Ganeshji in it. Hinduism is completely different from the Abrahamic religions in that it respects and allows you to worship the elements of nature, be it male or female, animate or inanimate, or something you can see and feel in this physical existence or not. This is because it is all Brahman, the eternal, infinite, omnipresent and conscious ultimate reality. The Vedas describe 33 devas, or divine manifestations of Brahman, with a major role in sustaining the universe. These devas relate strongly to forces and processes in nature, including those of earth, water, space, air, fire, moon, and sun. They are all still worshipped today, particularly Surya Dev, but other manifestations are also worshipped today. This evolution in how the ultimate reality is worshipped has occurred because the philosophical capabilities and needs of humans has changed so much over the many millennia since the Vedas were compiled. On the whole, humanity is much less spiritually connected to the natural forces of the universe than it was tens of thousands of years ago. Most of us today can only really relate to that which we experience with our five senses. That is why Itihas and Shastras such as Ramayana, Mahabharata and Bhagavad Gita are so powerful for many of us today. The wisdom that they impart is relayed in an accessible way through life stories and historical events. And with this wisdom, we can progress towards total realization of what the ultimate reality actually is. Sanskars help prepare, purify, and perfect us as we transition from one stage of life to another. By ensuring that we observe the 16 sanskars, including the Nishkraman Sanskar that we have just observed during Heramba's 4th month of life, we are fulfilling our duty as his parents, orienting him towards a lifetime of dharmic living and helping him best progress towards true realization of the ultimate reality. That is the purpose of life.